You guys already know what's coming. Are you ready for some HLC chat? Huh? You guys ready for some HLC? Let's do it.
Japan.
Oh,
Why do
goddamn
you
it.
think you're putting missiles on an island near Taiwan, which is rightfully their ethnic Chinese?
Shut up, West Taiwan. Sorry, I tried to go with the Chinese accent on this one instead of Peter. I decided to actually, like, go with try and do the Chinese accent. I don't know how well it came through on this one.
Why do you think that's a good idea?
Because your threats are getting, more bold. The nation of Japan must protect itself.
Yeah, that's right. Go on, Japan. Get down with your bad self. Don't let China push you around. Show them who's boss. 80 years ago, this would have been a very hot take.
Sorry, I've been busy doing so many other things. What the hell is going on in Asia?
Well, long and short of it is China wanted to be, kind of the ruling party and the ruling class in Asia. And if you've ever been to Asia, I'm dead serious about this part, actually. This isn't even like buff racism. If you've been to Asia, you're going to agree with me. There's a hierarchy over there. The Japanese and the South Koreans both fancy themselves at the top of it. China's kind of mid-tier. It depends on the time of year. They're either above or below the Mongolians. And then as you get kind of further down, there is a certain point where you basically hit the bottom of the Asian totem pole, which is your Filipinos and your Thai.
Oh, and the Vietnamese. Vietnamese are also, like, Filipino and Thai, yeah, they are at the bottom. In terms of, like, the way this quote-unquote sort of, like, racial hierarchy plays out in Asia, the Vietnamese are also there at the very bottom with the Thai and the Filipino. China's like in the middle. They desperately want to be higher, though, but the fact is, like, Japan and South Korea are, like, they consider themselves at the very least like superior, I guess. That's the best way to categorize, I suppose. Thank you, Snowman. Yeah, most from what I understand, Vietnamese are pretty chill, but at the same time, they're also desperate to get out of Vietnam. There's a reason why there's a stereotype of the Vietnamese wife, where, like, they get hooked up with Americans to basically, they're like a green card wife. That still exists today. I've heard of people that people set their buddies up with, like, a Vietnamese girl, and they talk, and they talk online, whatever, a whole bunch, and the girl, like, romances the guy. The guy ends up going over to Vietnam on a vacation, and, like, they try to hook up with him and get him to basically, like, take her back to the America with them. And then when they, to get married, and when they do, their entire family comes with the girl. Like, this is still going on today, where they basically try and marry off the pretty Vietnamese daughter to an American so that they can get their green card, and then they can bring their entire fucking family from Vietnam over to America. Like, it sounds cliche from back in, like, the 1970s or even maybe the 1980s, but it is still very prevalent today. That still happens.
So anyways, China wanted to upend that, and Japan's, and they're not fucking having it, and so they started positioning missiles, and now Winnie the Communist is fucking pissed off. I think I got everything there.
Okay. That was good. Winnie the Communist. I'm gonna have to remember that. That one I'm gonna have to remember. Although, I don't think China will block the video unless I actually say Winnie the Pooh. I think Winnie the Communist might actually slip by the CCP censors, and I think my stream would only get censored in China to basically put me on mute if I actually say Winnie the Pooh. So you see, you have to make sure you specify Winnie the Pooh.
He is not far off. We do tolerate the South Koreans. But, the fucking Chinese. No.
And what
Yeah.
exactly are you going to do about it? You are a shadow of your former self. How wrong of you to think that I am ever below the Mongolians.
The Japanese have not
just saying.
forgotten where we come from. I will make Nanking look like a fucking tea party.
And I
Great.
think the murder of 250,000 people in a matter of like weeks is probably a good place for us to just kind of segue away from that part.
Not yet. I haven't gotten a racist joke out yet. Get him, Japan. Poke him in his eye slits. Okay, now I'm good.
I am very sorry to say it, but
Uh-oh.
we have terror cells that are growing here in Africa. And
Uh-huh.
right now, there's nothing we can do to stop it.
And this is part of the thing that I was telling you guys about on Kirsch's stream yesterday. Or maybe it was today, I can't remember. Where the fraud happening with the Autism Society or the Autism Charity in Minnesota, that money was being funneled to terrorist groups in like Somalia and Africa. Oh yeah, that's where the money was getting. It was literally funding terrorism in like Africa. It's fucking insane. And it's like he said, like, we can't do anything about it. No. They don't want to do anything about it. Let's not fuck with it. Africa doesn't want to do anything about it because Africa is in bed with these terrorists and these warlords. Don't mistake it. They are 100% in bed, and they actually count on the payoffs from these terrorists and from these warlords for their government to even function. So, I just say.
I mean, I have a solution for all of Africa and the Middle East. It's going to involve some glass, and you're going to have to, secede some territory, but I think everybody will be on board.
Buff talking about wiping out entire civilizations kind of crosses that line of like funny racism versus real racism.
That's not racism. That's taking out extremists. Doesn't matter what color skin they are or what religion they are. It's taking out terrorists. There's absolutely nothing racist about that, in my opinion. You got a bunch of terrorists that have taken over your country and are running rampant and causing all kinds of shit. I don't care what color skin it. I don't care what religion what religion they follow. I don't fucking care. Class them all. They're terrorists. All the rest of it is completely immaterial. This is like the one time Buff probably actually wasn't racist in the slightest.
Ah, man, if I had $1 for every racist joke I ever told, I'd be broke, because I genuinely believe in all of them.
God damn it, Buff. Every time you cross that line from funny racism into serious racism, I get a whole bunch of DMs from dudes with mullets and T-top Trans Am saying, hell yeah, brother.
And Cave Spider, the U.S. has the capability of putting a cruise missile through a fifth floor window and taking out a single room out of an entire apartment building. It can be done minimizing civilian casualties. They could literally pinpoint annihilate entire terrorist cells at the push of a button, and the surrounding communities would be just fine. Okay? We have the technology. We just refuse to use it.
One time. I DM'd you one fucking time when you used the term shadow smurf.
What?
I'm ignoring that completely. Anyways, Africa, what is going on over there?
Well, as you know, terror does not follow our individual country borders, so it's very hard to track down where they come from. But they go to areas that do not have very much, and they offer to pay for things for people to have food and water. If they do terror acts for them, it's very hard to stay in front of because the quality of life in many parts of Africa are just not good.
And there it is. That's why these terror cells can operate the way they do. Because the government, like the governments, they vary. Because there's more than one government in Africa. Because Africa is comprised of many countries. And all of them are fucking broke. the entire continent of Africa is broke. It is a failed economy. 98% of the people living in Africa live in squalor. And so, so the government's not taking care of them. So the terrorists show up and they go, you know what? You house us and we'll give you food and water that we stole from the neighboring country or even the neighboring town. And these villagers are like, yeah, okay, it's food and water. Yeah. And so it's like they're fucked either way. The government does nothing their individual respective governments do nothing to help the citizenry. The terrorists go, yeah, we'll help you, but at the same time, we're going to fucking annihilate your next door neighbor. And who knows, if we get a wild hair up our ass, we'll annihilate you next week when we're taking over another town. It's just, it's the nightmare mode PvP server. Like, everybody's trying to kill everybody. And they don't have a single functioning government throughout all of the countries on the entire continent that can try and do fucking anything.
Was I the only one that got that, like, towards the end there? Sounded like Middle Eastern Swedish.
And Bob Kyle, to your point, Australia is the hard mode PvP server. Or sorry. Africa is hard mode PvP. Australia is hard mode PvE, like an Echo. Different servers. Same game, different servers.
Get it together, HLC. Literally everywhere that the US moves into, and anybody in the West, they just destabilize the area, take all the resources, and then leave. The Russian Federation does not do that.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up, Slavic Special Ed, you wine cock-gobbling idiots. Shut up.
Had to be done. Absolutely had to be done.
Yeah, they just show up and occupy and they're too fucking stupid to steal the resources and then they collapse.
You shut up your mouth. Russia's been around far longer than the United States.
Yeah, and they're doing it
Let
better.
me check your history there. The landmass, the that is Russia, yes, has been there for quite some time. People have referred to it as Russia for a long time. But you remember, it was imperial. Well, you had a king and stuff like that, Tsar, so to speak. And then the Bolshevik Revolution, he was ousted. And that was in the 1920s. And then it became the USSR. And, well, that only lasted until 1990. So that's like, what,
okay, he's 70, going technical.
80 years. And then that collapsed. And now you're on, I don't know, some kind of weird diet communism thing. It's very hard to follow. So when comparing to the United States, you've been around, what, 1990 to currently, that's 35 years. And U.S. has been around 250.
Damn, nerd. You
actually,
like, taught him and some people stuff. I was just really going to call him a fat
buff. We can't say that word. This one's also going on YouTube.
Oh, really? I guess we can't say fat, stupid piece of shit. Okay, Russia's a queer.
Also, Russia, what in the bloody hell are you doing near my waters constantly? And when we had drones looking at your ships because they were just outside of my territorial waters, you decided to shine lasers at them. So I sent a warship to come and give you what for. Show you that the United Kingdom will not be bullied.
The nerd is technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Oh, absolutely, Werga. Absolutely. But it's funny. You can see HLC. You can hear it. He was about to say United States. When he said this.
You decided to shine lasers at them.
I
So I sent a warship to come and give you what for. Show you that the United Kingdom will not.
You could tell when he did that pause, he had to take a split second to remind himself to say United Kingdom and not say United States.
Be bullied. Yeah, you tell them, Beans on Toast. You're not going to be bullied by Russia. That's a right reserved for all the Muslims that are coming through your borders.
Oh, shit. Oh, he beat me to it. Fucking God. 10 out of 10, kid.
You know, Beans on
What?
Toast.
What?
Might just want to see some of them slow moving John boats coming across. Ask them if they feel lucky. Punk.
You can't just blast boats full of people heading towards your country for a better life. You can't? Why not? Just tell people they're full of drugs. Works every time.
Are those boats from Venezuela not full of drugs?
Oops.
A firm maybe. 70-30.
God's
Let's go
sake.
with that.
Oh, God, 70-30. What's wrong with you doing math like that? Blowing 30 people into 70 different pieces. That's offensive. And also,
No, Bumps, it's fucking hilarious. He's about to go, it's fucking hilarious. I mean,
so fucking hilarious.
yeah, see?
You people in the West really like to hear yourself talk.
Oh, look who's
UK, I
talking,
am in
Slavic special
international
ed.
waters, and as such, I can sail wherever I want to. And I can combat, as long as it's not kinetically, any kind of ISR that is observing my ships.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why Russia's so upset. We observe your ships strictly for when they break down. We can reach out and be like, do you guys need some help?
Yeah, dude. Because I've been asking to drop a quick sync on one for, like, years now, bro.
Speaking
Oh.
of new weapons and shit that America wants to use, America?
Uh-oh.
Do you have anything
Uh-oh.
new to tell everybody?
What?
No, not
What?
that I'm aware of. This thing kind of comes in waves. Like, I'll announce a whole bunch of new shit, and then you won't hear about anything for a couple months, and then I'll just be like, hey, just so everyone's aware, we're working on this. And then Russia says that they already have it, and then we laugh, because we know they don't. Because West Taiwan hasn't stolen it from me, reverse engineered it, and sold it to them at a shittier... Like, they get like a third-rate product. Like, I make the best, West Taiwan steals my shit, they get the second best, then they sell it to Russia, and they get the third best. So it's, yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why Temu is out of China. Like, this is what they do. China literally just badly copies fucking everything and then sells it to anybody that will buy it. It's kind of like why you see someone saying, I want something off Temu or Wish. And it's like, why? Why would you ever even bother buying crap from that website? Because that's all they do is sell crap. Like cheap, knockoff, garbage. That is like dead in a week.
Very well. Then I have a couple of bones to pick with you. You have an AI teddy bear that has been listed for
I've heard about
children's
this.
toys. That
I've heard
is
about
telling
this.
children where to find knives in the house,
Uh-huh.
and also teaching them about sexual related things. Look, man, if you were as hard in the weeds as I am when it comes to AI, you realize that it's really hard to program morality into AI. Like, if a child asks me, hey,
Yes.
where can I get a kitchen knife? And you say, well, I mean, you can get one right there in the kitchen knife block.
Yeah, this is a story that came out a few days ago. That there are these teddy bears that I guess have AI in them. I'm guessing the teddy bears talk or something, and the kids can talk to the teddy bears. The teddy bears will talk back, and the teddy bears are literally telling the kids how to find knives and kill their parents, or I guess giving them sex ed. This story came out like a couple days ago. It's so good. Well, Cortana's, if you remember, the latest version of the Chucky movie was AI. When they rebooted Chucky, he wasn't like possessed by, it wasn't a demonically possessed doll by some guy who basically worshiped the devil and transplanted his soul into the Chucky doll. The rebooted version of it was literally the doll had a rogue AI in it. That's what they did with it this time around for the reboot.
But at the same time, an adult would be like, wait, why does this child want to know where a knife is? This is concerning. AI doesn't concern itself with that. It's just like, hey, this is the information you want. I'm going to give you the information you've asked for.
Which is exactly why we have never let the kid have an Alexa. Because he'll ask like where babies come from or something.
I know where babies come from.
Oh, God.
Not that ignorant.
Oh, God.
I just don't know if mommies and daddies both have to poop one out or like half of it or something.
Oh my
We
God.
really didn't put any AI inside that platform. It still boggles my mind. Very well. The Sham Wow guy is running for
AI talked man into ending himself, and now they thought let's put it in kids' toys. Yeah. Yes, Heckle, they did. Yeah, is that one? Yeah, the one guy. Yeah, there's the AI girlfriends out there that are convincing young lonely men to kill themselves, and we're putting the same kind of AI into child's toys. How wonderfully dystopian. And okay, I got a better one for you. Chat, were you aware that Time magazine, there is like there is a ranking, like a percentage ranking of who is going to be Time magazine's person of the year? You know who's at the top of that list by a wide fucking margin of Time's person of the year? It's fucking AI. Time magazine is literally probably going to have AI as their person of the year. Let that sink in. AI is going to be Time magazine's person of the year, unless there's a significant amount of backlash and Time goes, okay, yeah, we maybe shouldn't do this. We are living in a dystopian future, chat. I actually posted this on Twitter, and I basically said, we are becoming the literal Simpsons meme with Kent Brockman going, I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords, only it should have been AI. Like, we are literally, like, on a fucking bullet train to dystopia at this run.
Congress? Didn't he go to jail? I mean, he's running for...
Wait, hang on, what?
Well, the Sham Wow guy is running for Congress?
What?
Didn't he go to jail?
Okay. I'm pretty sure the Sham Wow guy just went to jail for prostitution, didn't he? I'm trying to remember my criminal history with the Sham Wow guy. Wasn't it just like he went to jail because he got busted with a prostitute? Is it? Oh, he tells story. Okay, that's the thing. That's the one thing I remember hearing about is like it was like, oh, and he went to jail because he bought a prostitute and then beat her up. Yeah, like it's in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to who is currently in our government, that's the least of my worries. Because I also heard about the story of, I can't remember if he's a pedo or if he's just a sex offender, but there's like some guy who spent time in prison and was a sex offender of some kind, and he is out now. He did like 10 years in prison, and he's running for some kind of government office. I can't remember if it's congressional or if he's running for mayor, but like this guy literally was in prison for sex crimes. No, not Jared, someone different. This guy went to prison for sex crimes. He's out, he did his time, and now he's running for like mayor or congressman or something. Or is it head of education? I can't remember. He's running for some kind of government position, and he's a fucking sex criminal. He is a sexual predator, and he's actually running for a government position.
I mean, he's running for Congress in Texas.
No, not Fetterman.
Man, y'all Texas reps must be really shit to get people just stepping up because they're tired of your garbage. It's impressive. But he didn't go to jail. Like he like overnight, yeah, but he paid a prostitute $1,000 for services. And then 12 hours later, they went to smooch and she bit his tongue and wouldn't let go. And he started mollywhopping the shit out of her to let go. Ultimately, neither one of them were charged.
Okay.
Homie did.
And again, out of everything that we have seen coming out of Congress, that's nothing. Okay? Okay, the predator is running for the mayor of Providence in Rhode Island. Thank you, Drama. Yeah, so, yeah, if you're in Providence, Rhode Island, you have a sexual predator running for mayor of your town. You might want to vote. But yeah, this Vince, the ShamWow guy, like, that's all he got busted for? We have Congress people in office right now that have done 10 to 20 times worse than that. What Vince did is nothing.
Homie did nothing wrong.
This next one really isn't your fault. There was a Czech company that's been charged with charging too much for drones sent to Ukraine? Yeah, they way overcharged us, like significantly, over 50% more than the cost, like would suggest. And yeah, they've definitely been profiting off of this war.
Oh my God.
Man, that's crazy. America,
Oh,
no need
God.
to hide. The whole world knows that that's exactly how you make your money. War. Oh, whew,
True
thank God, I thought
story.
I was going to have to explain something. And it isn't just war.
It's mostly war.
Oil is kind of important too.
Oh, yeah, speaking of, Venezuela, your president's a bitch.
I knew that was you, Buff. You're normally over here, but for this story, you're down here. I knew that was you. You didn't even try and hide it.
No,
Yeah.
no. Anybody could have dunked their balls in the punch.
What?
Oh my God.
What? I mean, yeah, what are you talking about?
We'll circle back to that other thing, but the B-52...
Wait, what did HOC say?
What? I mean, a punch.
What?
What? I mean, yeah, what are you talking about?
We'll circle back to that other thing, but the B-52 with the F-18s that was hanging out off of Venezuela's coast, you didn't even try and hide it was you. Dude's call sign was literally Pappy.
Ah, damn it. It's the last time I
Nice.
try and treat the F-35 like a fucking thesaurus. Great job on the synonym for grandpa.
Well, if I would have known you were going to use it for a call sign, I would have given you something cool like Elder Massacre.
Put a pin in
Good.
that one. I fucking love it.
Yes.
Roses are red. Violets are blue. Is that my heart beating? Or a COVID for two?
It's around Thanksgiving. Why are we getting poetry? Especially from him.
Yeah.
Because some poetry he's written has just come to light. And before,
Sorry,
I'm
what?
going to read it verbatim,
Oh no.
at least some excerpts from it. And
Oh God.
if you have children, just go ahead and pause this, send them away, because it's very intense. Enjoy, or don't.
Oh God.
Allow me to read this. I mean to squeeze your cheeks, to force to open your mouth. I'll
Yeah.
hold your nose as you look up at me to encourage you to. I'm not gonna say the word. Don't spill a drop. I am a river, and you are my canyon. I mean
What
to flow
the
through you.
fuck?
I mean to subdue and tame you, my love.
What? But what the other? Ooh. Ah, gentleman with fire. Sorry. I think I had a mini stroke and passed out from that. What? What the actual fuck just ear raped me? Why? Fucking why? Chat, I love porn. Let me just say this. I love porn. I love porn novels. I love the sexy stuff.
What? How? Why? I have so many questions.
I don't think we want the answers to that. Like, you guys know, I am all about the sexy. I'm all about the sexiness. I am all about the sex stuff. Yes, I am a pervert. I am a hentai. What in the holiest of fucks was that? This man literally wrote poetry describing the best I can imagine it as forced oral. Which, on its face, I suppose is nothing bad. Here's the problem. Here's the problem, chat. It came from. This is the part that kind of makes me want to throw open my mouth a little bit. Is who this poetry was written by. We must not forget that the person who wrote this was R fucking FK. Now, take that poetry that we just heard and imagine RFK trying to act it out because you know he wanted to. Let that sink in. RFK attempting to do what he wrote in that poetry. Let it seep in, chat. Now you are starting to understand the pain that I just experienced. Okay?
I bet you never thought it would come to this on this channel. Us neither.
I don't even know how to make a joke to bounce back from that.
I do.
You don't.
You need to tell everyone watching to go to the Urban Dictionary and try and list the things that you think RFK Jr. either has or would participate in from that website. Put them in the comment section. Have fun.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm beginning to regret my life choices. Oh, dear God. Mistakes have been made on this evening. That is probably the greatest mistake that I have made this evening, is letting that poetry enter into my ear holes. Ah!